Luigi
Are
in
there
this
such
game?
things as spoilers in Mario anymore? I mean, you kind of know what to
You
expect.
also jump on Goombas.
Oh, this is my favorite part. So right now, Audrey's going into a...
This is probably why this is my favorite level. I love this.
She's going into a tunnel, and if you can picture this, if you're just listening, Mario is very tiny with a gold brick on his head. Sorry, Luigi. And he's bouncing off of bullet bills over a death pit.
And the one thing
Which
you'll
you
have
just fell
to
into.
learn very quickly about this game is that you will not collect every coin. You just won't do
Yeah,
it.
that's the
You
goal
have
of
to
the
just
game,
let it
right?
go.
Audrey, do you want to describe the basics of what makes New Super Mario Bros. 2 different?
Yeah, the goal of this is to get tons of coins, and that's it.
Millions.
Millions.
A
Yeah, the
million
goal is to
coins.
get a
And believe it or
million
not,
coins.
that's not actually been explicitly done in Mario yet, right?
Nope.
No,
Right.
no.
That's new.
But
and
here's
that's
something
why
cool.
that's why I have almost 500 lives also.
Yeah, so I'm going to go into a little bit of the development of this game later, but here's a neat fact. This game was actually developed from the ground up by a team of noobs at Nintendo to make good Mario levels, so that the whole idea of coins has actually been grafted onto it, and then they kind of like reworked all the levels after that. So it's still really fun to play as like a Mario game, but if you're an obsessive coin collector, it's even more fun.
Indeed.
Indeed,
Um,
and I am that.
And I feel like we should say, so if you're watching or listening for the first time, it's kind of an experiment for us to add video on top of this. It's totally awesome, but we're working out some kinks, audio levels, and you can find this at go.ign.com/NVCvideo3.
Our own URL on IGN.
That's right. So,
I'm going to introduce the staff here, and then after that, we're going to talk a little bit more about Mario, and then I'm going to introduce some really cool Zelda news, so stick around for that for sure, and then some kind of sad 3DS news.
cliffhanger.
Yes, indeed. So with me here today is Audrey Drake, who's playing, who we've already heard from.
Hey everyone.
Fran Mirabella at the controls.
Hey guys.
Brian Altano, fan favorite. That's the noise he makes. We don't know what it means.
Fran loves that noise.
I love it.
That's right.
It means brap.
That's right. And Rich George is away in probably Hawaii or Germany or something. I don't know.
Probably.
He's a world traveling man.
He's actually in
these
Los
days.
Angeles for,
Boring.
if you're listening on Friday, tomorrow is the WWE 13 live roster reveal. So
Wow.
check that out.
And he was just at the Pokemon World Championships.
In Hawaii, yeah.
Who won that, Audrey?
Ray Rizzo, 3-time champ.
Ken.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
USA. USA, right? Because he is the USA representative, right?
He is, yeah.
Amazing. Good job, Ray.
Guy
Audrey,
knows his
you are making
Pokemon.
you are making things very difficult for yourself right now.
I know, it's hard to talk and play.
It is,
I
by
know.
the way.
I
So
lack the
You're doing a great
skills
job,
to do
though.
Yes.
both at the same time. I'm
So
sorry.
we got a lot of
Googling.
comments on our last video about how terrible I was at the game until we played Super Mario Sunshine last time. You want
Yeah.
to check that out if you love retro games.
Yeah, to
it's
people
kind
who
of
were
retro
mean
now, being 10 years
to
old.
people who were mean to Sam, you try podcasting and playing a game at the same time.
Well, and they had every right to be mean to me. I was screwing up a lot. But then I started rocking, and I really think I did well on this one level where I had to get these 8 red coins.
Oh,
and
I
it was
remember
pretty
that. That was
difficult.
cool.
And after that point, nobody ever complimented me, so I just
Aw.
figured people just,
Hey
So
Sam,
this is one
You
of
know
my
what they
favorite
say?
things.
You know what they say about haters, right, guys?
This is
Haters
one of my
gonna
favorite
hate.
things about
Right.
this game now is when you get through the gold hoops, all the enemies turn into banks, basically.
like that. Koopa Banks.
That's right. So there's a couple of power-ups in New Super Mario Bros. 2 that
Just
add to
create
your overall
trails
coin
of coins.
count.
It's amazing. It's really pretty looking too.
And there's 3 I can think of off the top of my head. One is the gold hoop that you kind of run through, and everything becomes gold. Like if you kick a turtle, you'll get 10 coins. If that turtle hits Goombas and stuff like that, you get even more coins. There's also a coin hat, which Audrey's
This
wearing
one?
right now.
Which you get for, I think, every time you hit a block that has
If you do it
coins
like
in it.
10 or more, I think you
Yeah,
get
you
the
know
gold
those
hat.
old blocks in
then
Super
these
Mario
blocks
Brothers
now.
1, and you just hit them over and over again. You get more and more coins. In this game, you actually put your head into that block and then run around with it, and it just spits out coins. Little known fact: Shigeru Miyamoto did not like that idea in the development of this
Oh,
game.
really?
Really?
Yeah. I'll be throwing in facts like that because I just read a lot of material about it. Also, there's a gold fire flower this time around.
Yeah,
And,
it's one of the coolest power-ups in the history of Mario, really.
It is, and
Yeah, it's
what's
pretty
really
great.
my favorite thing about it is that there's like an area effect. So you're not only shooting fireballs that are gold and they turn everything into coins, but like anything that they hit near will cause this like aura of effect, and everything turns. Did you notice that when you were playing?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of neat.
Notices
Audrey,
things.
did you notice that Koopa up there?
Yeah, I clearly didn't.
Brian's
So, Audrey,
leaving
I'd
nasty
like you to,
comments for her right now.
I'd like you to show us one of. So that was your favorite, one of your favorite levels, I'm sure. I'd like you to show us maybe Brian's favorite level now.
Okay, what's
or
your-
mine. No, you can do mine. Is
Yours?
that in here?
Okay.
So mine is a level which features a fantastic enemy, which is named the Behemoth.
Your favorite
I see
level
what
is
they
a
did
ghost
there.
house?
Yeah, I know.
that's
I don't like
blasphemy.
Ghost House.
I
It's
hate
not
the
the
ghost
one with the
houses.
switches,
I don't
don't
know.
worry.
Although-
I've always liked the
I have
Ghost
fond
House in Super
memories.
Mario World.
In Mario
They have
World, they were
puzzles.
cool, but
That was awesome.
they have just gotten so out of control the
Yeah.
last few years.
So we're watching Audrey try to hit blocks that just swing up out of her way as soon as she tries to hit them. It's
Yeah, they
it's a
just
pretty
taunt
funny
you.
little
There's
thing.
no need for that.
So what did we give this game score-wise?
4.
8.5.
Here he is.
Sorry,
Here's
what
the
was it?
behemoth.
8.5.
8.5 out of 10. All right.
And it's not a 9, so it must be terrible, right?
No, that's not what that means, people. Look it up. Sort it out.
Yeah.
Isn't this guy great?
This
Yeah.
guy's
So
awesome.
this has been done
So-
before, though, Sam. So
Well, I know, but the key is that
Nothing
this
that's
guy
bad.
is the cutest Boo, and like he peeks
Look at
through his
him, he's
hands
so
when
shy.
even if you leave him, he's
You're right, he-
following you this whole time. But he just has this like funny like
He
little,
is more
little
squishy
look
and
to him.
adorable. You're right.
He's more squishy. Yeah.
change.
I want this toy.
And friend, this
It'd
might
be a great
surprise you,
toy.
but several of these things have been done before.
Yeah, I know. By the way, last time I got a lot of crap for, which we should return to in a later voice chat, or video chat, I should say. Is
We
I
can
was
call
talking
it
about
Fran's video crap.
Well, I was talking about the Wii U and sort of the graphics potential and all that, and everyone's like, "Gosh, why is IGN so hard on it?" And
I didn't realize you were hating on it. But
love
turns out.
the Wii, and yeah, people take it out of context. Short answer is I'm super excited about the Wii U. I just want it to last a long time, and that was
Yeah.
all I was talking about. So we can come back to that another time. But this ghost house looks nice.
Yeah, I'll be keeping
I
links to
just
know
wanted
that
them
for
to-
your
I just wanted to
benefit,
show off this
I'm not
Cupid.
getting all the coins I want to get, so that this
Okay.
is interesting.
You can go ahead and exit
Yeah,
this
let's.
level.
What
and
about
show
Brian's favorite level? Yeah.
All right.
What's your favorite and why?
So there's these really cool canon stages that I believe are in each world now. And Audrey, correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe there's only.
I think there's only
there might be only a
few of
handful of them.
yeah.
But you have to unlock them by going through secret
Oh
paths.
well,
and
no. First
backdoor
I
stages and
I have
stuff.
to get a tail because his favorite level is
Okay.
actually way better with the tail.
How long do
So
you
I'm
guys?
gonna run through this level and get a
So
tail really
Audrey,
quick.
which level do you go to get the tail?
If you want to get a tail, just run through World 1-3.
That's a good
Because
point.
there's a million of them.
Yeah, it's kind of like in New Super Mario Brothers Wii. You can just play like I think it's level 2 to get like every power up. It's great.
Yeah. Well, it's like go to World 3A if you need to get a tiny mushroom.
Nice.
That's right. That's right. Good pro tip.
I don't
right
want
there.
a tiny mushroom.
No, tiny
That's
mushrooms.
just me.
You have to use those to get to secret areas.
Yeah.
Like, I still haven't found a single warp cannon, but I can tell you where you can find them. Plug.
It ca-
The
I can show you
New
guys how
Super
to get
Mario
one in a
Brothers 2
second.
wiki on IGN is full of screenshots and video for every freaking level. It has like all the media you could possibly imagine, and it has every single secret and coin in there.
Which is good because there are definitely some stages in this game that have me very stumped.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't like spoiling Mario games for myself because I like doing all the exploration.
Bowser did it. Spoilers.
Yeah, I got really frustrated with a level in this game already, with not being able
Was
to
it a
find one of
ghost
the
house?
coins. No, it's just like a level filled with piranha plants, and I could not find the third coin. I couldn't figure it out.
I was
hated
just
the
in that level. I got
Yeah.
that coin.
Oh, you
on
did- oh,
camera.
that one. Yeah, at the end of the level where you hit
have to
the
go
thing.
into the
Yeah,
thing.
that is the one. Yeah.
That took me forever too.
Yeah.
How long do you guys estimate this game is? Like, just on a base level, not finding every last thing.
It's
already
pretty
been playing
quick.
for a long
You can
Okay.
run through it pretty
Like
quickly.
5, 8 hours.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
about right.
I
And
don't
then,
know.
like-
I don't know if that's true because like when you search for coins, I think it takes a lot.
That's
longer.
what I
Well,
wanted.
he's
Like,
saying
you
if you're
search,
just
it's probably like a
running
20-hour
through,
game or
not trying to
something.
get
or-
the star coins and
I
stuff.
would think so. Like
Yeah.
I think there's, and also like I'm just kind of farming coins and stuff now.
So these are the cannon stages. I'm not sure how many of them are, but they're definitely new for the series in that you are shot out of this cannon and you move non-stop until you reach the goal at the end.
Yeah, and here's
if
what
you screw
happens
up a
if you go
jump,
with the
you're
tail.
dead.
It's kind of like
Doesn't-
an old like a space shooter or something because
Yeah.
you only control your up and down.
This really
movement.
is the ultimate of speedrun levels.
Yeah.
Since
You
you're
notice
already
this is
speedrun.
inspired by
Yeah.
Mario 3. All the designs here, like those wood blocks
Yeah.
in the background, that's all straight out of Mario
Totally.
3,
Actually, yeah, this is really cool.
which I believe is the best Mario game.
I love
What do you think,
Mario
Audrey?
3.
What's your favorite Mario game?
Probably Mario 64 if I had to choose.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's a
I'm
good
with you.
choice.
I'm with you on that.
Wow.
I wouldn't kick it out of bed.
I would, yeah. I don't feel like it ages as well, unfortunately, and the
Yeah.
2D ones do. So
Yeah.
Well, so
That's
I've been
Mario
playing a
World.
level of Mario 64 every day at my desk, and yeah, I think it
It's
on
a-
that
it's
tiny
an awesome
CRT, it's beautiful and it plays perfectly. And I'm surprised at how well it holds up. But then I think the DS one, when I played that, I was like, this game kind of is crappy now. But it's because it doesn't have an analog stick.
Yeah,
and
you
then
really need analog.
It wasn't like emulated very well.
I
Oh,
always
so I
say
love this stage.
The stage is
This
great.
stage is really cool.
So what's going on here?
It's just POW blocks and coin crazy.
Power blocks
garbage.
from Super Mario Brothers 2. You don't see those much in games.
No, you don't.
A little bit of
Yeah, now
Super
that I'm
Mario Brothers 2
watching a lot more of this, I definitely get a sense that this is it's kind of like Mario on crack a little bit.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they've really
Yes.
like amped up a lot of stuff, and that's kind of what I think is going to make it a lot of fun.
Yeah, it takes a couple ideas from Mario 3, but this is really the
They're
first.
gonna put that on the back of the box, Fran. Mario on crack.
I'm sure Nintendo will go right to that.
All right. So, do you want me to go over some headlines now?
Yeah,
They're very short.
I think let's do some news.
Cool. Right? Right, guys?
It
That's the sound that news used to make.
is. Nobody that's listening has any idea what you're talking about.
Well, I mean, do you?
Sam's talking
have
about
you ever heard
television.
a radio newscast?
I've heard of this. Yes.
There's a television box, and it started off that you could watch that in your living room, and there were these newscasts.
I heard about
Sorry.
it on the internet.
It's way too sarcastic. So what is the news?
The
So,
news.
Zelda.
If
You mentioned Zelda.
if you'll let me continue. There's some Zelda news. It's really good Zelda news, and that is that The Legend of Zelda Hyrule Historia, a book, sorry, just a book, but still exciting, is headed to America. And it's being brought here by Dark Horse, which is a comic book company,
Yeah,
which I think
yeah.
is funny. In fact, they're a comic book company that I always thought was lame because I grew up reading only Image comics.
Oh, because you were so cool.
Yeah, because I was really
He did say
cool.
it like that.
Yeah, you know, Spawn, Wildcats, the cool comics.
So the big thing in this story is that this book contains, for the first time ever, Nintendo's official confirmation that there is a Zelda timeline.
It's no longer just on a napkin in Miyamoto's house.
Yeah,
Right.
And what's totally insane about this is that the timeline has 3 separate dimensions that break off. There's like what ifs that like, so basically the oldest game in the timeline, the first game, is Skyward Sword, and the last game of the timeline is Zelda 2 for NES, and everything else in between.
Is that the last one? Really?
Yeah,
That's great.
right. It's totally
The most
insane.
important one.
So it has branching paths. So one of them's like the Wind Waker universe, and the other one's just Majora's Mask.
Yeah,
or something.
everybody
It's-
became Toon Links if Link, I think, went back in time and met the princess at the end of Ocarina of Time instead
Yeah.
of staying in the
So
future.
to me, it's all just total bull.
Well,
That's
here's
just-
the thing, though, right? People out there might be saying old if you haven't heard this information before.
course, yeah,
Because
yeah.
this came out in Japan, and a lot of people fan translated it, and obviously information like this got around.
Yeah.
But this, if somebody else is like making an official localization and translating again, like it could be different this time around. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well, I think it's still gonna read as massive lies. And
I think they're just going to take it
crazy
out. I
person
think they're
talk.
going to take out the
Really?
timeline.
You think so?
They could.
I mean, that would just screw with people's theories even more. So I mean,
The cool thing is that they said they're
It's
actually
not going
going
to
to
be.
go in and translate all the little like notes on the
Yep.
different.
well,
Here's
let's
a
put
direct
it this
quote.
way. Do you really need a timeline? Do you
I know.
need a
I was
timeline?
just about to say
Can
that.
you
Like
just play the games every few years and
Well, it
enjoy
makes
them?
me
I
excited to
appreciate
see
it.
the termination of one time. Like, I
Yeah.
want to see a game in this timeline now instead of this.
Yeah.
Like, that kind of thing. Like, if I want to see a sequel to, like, Zelda 2 now, I mean, I think that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That wouldn't even have occurred to me before.
Yeah.
It's more just something to keep in mind when you play the game, nothing that's really gonna affect your
Well, and
enjoyment
also fan
of it.
fiction, right? I think all of our fan fiction will be improved.
Yeah.
Oh, I know mine has already improved.
It's like, I mean, it's not like Final Fantasy, but the point is you don't really need like a specific timeline. It's just the games have a certain style and like it's a
Like
franchise.
Final Fantasy. If we got a
But-
Final Fantasy timeline, that would
my
be
God.
so cool.
It wouldn't make any sense whatsoever.
We should make that. All right.
But my
doing
point
it.
is like you don't really need it, I don't think, but it's cool to have, especially for the.
How
super
about
fans,
every
so.
few years a hero wakes up and he finds
want
his
it.
green shirt and then he goes and fights monsters?
That's pretty much what
And that's
Miyamoto
it.
has said it is.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
it. So why do we need like the events of this happened or this was alternate dimension Link? Just
It's-
play the games.
It adds a little more as you go back and play it, maybe.
Well, you can own this book for $34.99 on January 16th. It's going to miss Christmas.
and
Come on, people.
Zelda's anniversary also.
And Zelda's anniversary.
I wonder why they did that.
That was last year.
Holy
248 pages, though. It's pretty amazing. And then they released the cover, and it's super pretty. I'm very excited for this. It's hard for me to justify a $35 Zelda book, honestly. But,
But you're buying it.
Probably.
Yeah, let's face it.
I spent $35 on way, way more stupid
Yeah,
things.
exactly.
So.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on. We also have some sad news. There's been many 3DS delays, right? There's a lot of really cool games that were coming out this fall. Even up to E3, we're like, man, I can't believe we're going to be playing all this stuff this fall. Most of those have been pushed back to next year. Some haven't. So, this fall, we do know that we're going to be getting another Professor Layton game. I'm getting a little tired of Professor Layton. One of my favorite series, though.
I disagree with that.
You disagree with it being
Getting
my
tired of
favorite
it.
series?
I'm
Are you
ready
gonna tell
for,
me otherwise?
No, I'm ready for more puzzles
Oh, okay.
and
Yeah,
all
yeah.
kinds of stuff.
It's gonna be the first 3DS version.
The gentleman is always up for more Leighton, Sam.
Well, do you think there'll be a lady this time in it? So you can relate to this said lady?
Maybe, we'll see.
This is also very Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah.
And, well, every Mario, but you know.
Yes, indeed. This level is one of the vertical levels,
Yeah.
like in Mario Brothers 3. But also, all the fortresses in New Super Mario Brothers are generally in this vertical structure.
Yeah.
So we have some other release dates. I know release dates aren't the most interesting thing, but some of these are important. Paper Mario is coming out this year. That's
Yeah.
great. We're getting that
Awesome.
on November 11th. And Paper Mario, you know, it looks more like an RPG than Super Paper Mario. I'm okay with that.
Me too.
I really
I'm
like
glad
Super
for the
Paper
return
Mario.
to
though.
more
Yeah.
RPG focus.
Well, you
for
love
that
your Mario
series.
RPGs.
I do.
Let's just point that out.
It's always
right?
been a bit of an RPG, though, so, I mean.
How so, friend?
Paper Mario?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Mario in general. I was like,
No.
Here's
I always imagine myself as an Italian plumber, so
Yeah.
it's role playing. I
Life
don't
is
know
a
what you want me to say.
Here's another game that's coming out that might be slipping under people's radar. That's Epic Mickey Power of Illusion. Now,
that game is fantastic. I've gotten to play
yeah,
it.
Audrey's been doing a lot of previews of that. That's a 16-bit-ish 2D platformer.
It's
for
a follow-up
Mickey.
to Castle of Illusion for Genesis, and it's just old school platforming goodness from what I've played. I'm really excited for that.
That's right.
Oh, and here is a secret, so don't. I hope you didn't see that
Yeah.
if you don't want spoilers.
That's right.
Audrey is hiding inside
It's
the
a little
wall
late
right
to
now.
say that after
Yeah.
you've spoiled it, but that's fine.
Spoilers! So the two
These are
delayed
light
games
spoilers, though.
that I referred
Yeah.
to, one is Mario related. That's Luigi's Mansion, delayed again to 2013. We're never getting to Luigi's Mansion. I know
They're-
I
that's
think
not-
they're
that's
adding
more
more-
scheduling.
I'm
than
more worried
more
about
ghosts
Animal Crossing,
and dust
personally.
inside that old house. You got to put
Yeah.
more dust in that old house.
Yeah, Audrey is excited about Animal Crossing, which Nintendo doesn't even acknowledge exists.
Yeah.
At least in America. I'm depressed about that. I really want to play that game.
That game
And we
looks
got a
really
lot of
cool.
comments about Rich's
Patience.
Animal Crossing bashing on the last YouTube episode. we
Really?
did, yeah. But
Did he bash
Video
it?
a lot of
episode.
people here. Yeah, Rich
well,
doesn't
then
like
he's an
Animal
idiot.
Crossing.
Yeah. Well, we knew that.
Bash away.
And
I'm with
and
you
Fran
guys.
loves the Wii, just so we can placate
The Wii U.
everybody. The
I
Wii
do.
U, yes.
Hates the Wii.
Yeah, he hates the Wii. He hates it.
Just don't want it to be a shot in the dark, man. Like,
All right, and then-
spend some money on graphics chips.
Finally,
Ooh, Fran Mirabella, 2012.
I'm just
The audience just turned on you. I
passionate.
heard
Yeah,
that.
I know.
I totally, like, I had him. Oh, I screwed it up.
No,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
you were doing great.
I
You're like, I
love
love it. I just hate it. They're like,
not
oh,
true.
nope, lost him.
I will be one of the first in line for Wii U, so.
Okay, I might be the only person that cares about this in this room, but Castlevania Lords of Shadow is being delayed till next year as well. It doesn't even have a release date. So that means, I played Castle. I was skeptical. This game's ugly. It's a 3D, 2D-esque Castlevania. Like you're playing in a 2D world, but it's all in 3D graphics. I think it's ugly, but it plays really well, and I'm really looking forward to it. It was a lot of fun when I played it at E3. And
Yeah.
it was chained to a lady. Chained to a
It
lady
was.
on the floor of E3.
Like most good things.
I played this game, Super Mario Brothers, chained to a lady there too. I felt bad for her, but she was nice, you know.
That's how E3 works.
Yeah.
So the last segment I have is we can talk about Mario some more because I just have some Mario facts to throw out to you guys about this game.
Okay, let's
If you're
do it.
interested.
I'm very
Yeah,
interested.
I'm super interested
Cool.
now.
Well, let me bring you back, first of all, to May 11th, 2004. This is really hard to figure out when New Super Mario Bros. The series was conceived and announced, but that was in 2004. E3, they showed a trailer, and man, that trailer,
It's been over 8 years.
it's ugly. The trailer is like this weird,
I remember
clunky, realistic-looking Mario
Yep.
game. It's very
It was very
strange looking.
plasticky, as
Yeah,
I
yeah,
recall. Yeah.
It's interesting. You can still catch it on IGN. It's pretty interesting looking. But at that point, this would have been the new Super Mario Brothers series, which they started then, was the first 2D Mario with Mario as a star since Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins.
Wow.
Pretty interesting,
Yeah,
huh?
that game was amazing, though.
That is a good game. I know you're a big fan of the Game Boy Mario games. We should
Yeah,
play one
I
of
really
those
like
on the show
those.
one time.
Yeah, I would love to.
That'd be fun. And then we reviewed, this is all for New Super Mario Brothers, the series. I'm just giving some facts on that first. Craig Harris reviewed it for IGN, gave it a 9.5. And,
Ooh, yeah.
And here's an interesting quote from IGN from that time. Just to put this in context. Before New Super Mario Brothers entered my life, Yoshi's Island was to me the greatest platformer ever created. This title may now have to go to New Super Mario Brothers.
I remember that.
People
Craig
really
loved
were
it.
excited about this game. We might have given it an 8.5, actually. Sorry, I think I misspoke. But yeah, people really like New Super Mario Brothers. So naturally, they're making 4 of them.
Yes.
There's
Yeah.
New Super Mario Bros. Wii that came out next. There's this game, which is coming out in 2 days.
Apparently, this is only the second one, though.
Yes. And then there's New Super Mario
Weird
Brothers
numbering system,
Wii U.
Nintendo.
which is
Yes.
coming out as well. And I'm going to get into the development of these games really quick and talking about that. So this is interesting. There's a thing in Japan.
Remember these guys?
Yeah,
Frank?
these guys are great.
Absolutely.
These guys are from Super Mario World. They're the Triceratops bosses.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 of them here. Two spinny wheels of them. It's fun. They still make kind of similar noise too. Ah, you did it. So there's a thing in Japan that you could attend maybe one day called Mario Cram School.
Really?
Mario Cram School. This is a group of developers from a bunch of departments at Nintendo that put together by Takashi Tezuka, producer on the Mario series, to make or to kind of just spread the knowledge and make more people familiar with making Mario games. Because like, think how many people in the world have worked on Mario games. Like, they have small teams.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of those guys are old.
Yep.
And you know, Miyamoto is threatening retirement when they let him out of his office sometimes. So, wow, this is super spoilers going on the TV right now.
Are you spoiling a bunch of stuff, Audrey?
No.
What is that
This
thing? What
the
is that
first
power
world.
up you
This
have?
is
I've
the
never seen
golden
it.
mushroom. It just turned me invisible because I'm in water.
It's not that big a
Water
deal.
level.
The golden flower. You
Yeah.
mean? Oh wow, I had never seen that. You're
Sorry,
invincible
Sam.
in the water.
Sam's
No, invisible.
captivating.
Looks great. Well, it's
it
really
looks
pretty.
awesome.
It's
It
like
really does.
It's like a silver. It looks like a.
And look how many
Chrome
coins
Mario.
you're getting off of each one of those things.
So great.
It's like kind of a Metal Mario effect. It's really neat
Kill
looking.
that guy.
And like
hate
we
that guy.
record this on a big screen, so we're actually seeing this game blown up really
Yeah.
big, and it looks
Whoa.
good.
Yeah, you guys, we have like a special hookup where she's playing on like about a 40-inch television,
Yeah.
which is awesome. So
Yeah,
sorry
and
that you
I
can't
don't
have
think
that.
many people. Well, you will get to have that because you can blow it up really big on your YouTube, on your video.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
this
you
is-
can
this
watch
will
it
look
at
really
home
good.
and stuff,
Like,
but-
there's no other way. Like, there's very few people who have this capture.
That's what I mean.
That we have, which I think is really cool.
I think for their next system, because that's basically the Wii U, but for
Yeah.
the next system, they'll figure out how to just cast it on your television
Yeah.
with
I
the
would
same
hope so,
type of
yeah.
technology. Yeah.
So anyway, back to Cram School. Bunch of developers are working on this game that are just new to the series, and they built a bunch of levels to start out with. They built 80 stages, and then they kind of came up with the idea to add in this coin craziness, and they reconstructed those stages again, as I mentioned before. But the course, like the kind of Cram School idea, is to come up with course design ideas. So really, the courses are made from the ground up to be just awesome Mario courses from like a completely new team. And while that team was working on this, a completely experienced set of developers that had always been working on the series are working on the next Mario game, New Super Mario Brothers Wii U, it's really different. Like especially after playing this full game, like you played it at E3, right, Brent?
Yeah. It's very cool looking too. Like there's a lot of stuff visually just going on that's differently. Like there's entire levels that look like Van Gogh paintings.
Yeah, I wish they'd kind of
That level
rebranded
looks
that
gorgeous.
as New Super Mario Brothers something else.
Yeah, me
Because
too.
I'm getting a little tired of the branding. And in fact, so I'm getting a lot of this information from an interview with Satoru Iwata, and or with the Iwata Ask Calm is what it is. He does this. The president of Nintendo does these Q&A sessions with developers, and he actually mentioned that this game was originally called, or they had an idea of calling it New Super Mario Brothers Gold,
Oh.
but
Yeah,
they
I
chickened
remember
out.
hearing that.
Oh, that'd have been cool.
Yeah. So now we have 4 New Super Mario Brother blank games.
I would have liked
which
it
is
better
really
as,
amazing.
as gold. It's just like
Set it apart.
yeah,
Yeah, then
And-
there
and
could have
I-
been gold too.
Yeah, and I've just talked to a lot of people who are
Advanced.
confused about how this is different from the Wii U version, and actually even in the office, people were confused which game we were talking about.
Yeah, that's because
It's
they're
kinda
haters.
frustrating. Well, not me. I love the Wii U.
So let me see if I have any other more cool Mario facts. I really recommend going to IGN and checking out this article about this Iwata Ass. It's really awesome.
Did you still have 3DS XL news, or did
No,
you-
I don't have any XL news.
Oh, I thought
Do
you mentioned something on that. No.
No,
Comes
just
out Sunday.
3DS delays.
Oh, right, okay.
Are you getting one, Fran?
No.
Really?
Here's the deal. I want one.
Mm-hmm.
I have no more space for anything, like in my backpack. Like,
You could remove your regular 3DS. You don't have to
I
keep
can't
both.
fit the XL in the pocket that it's in. It's actually a problem.
Get a different
But
bag.
I don't know. I might cave and get it actually, because it's like one of those things. As I'm watching this too, I'm like, man, I gotta play this.
Yeah.
Well,
you
yeah,
do.
we're watching this on a 30-inch screen. It's not that different from the XL.
Yeah,
It's true.
The XL is
Hold it
quite
close to your
nice.
face.
Yeah.
Audrey's not buying an XL either.
Because I got one.
So yeah, if there's no more news, Sam, there's
I have no more news. I have a couple of wrap-up points, but
Yeah, I mean,
Audrey, do
just
you wanna
curious,
show us
Audrey,
anything else?
Mario-wise, like, is there anything else that you wanted to talk about
oh,
or show?
surprise, surprise! There's a snow level.
Yeah.
That's one
Shocking.
thing that they don't really change in this game, right? There's not new terrain necessarily. Can you speak to that, Audrey?
No, it's pretty much all the same environments
So it's like the
from
beach one,
the original
the mountain
DS.
area, like that
yeah,
kind of
like
thing.
Like, there's not a whole
water
level.
levels,
There's got to
lava
be a level
levels.
made entirely of gold.
Look, fuzzies.
There has to
Yay.
Is there not?
There should have been.
Is there a world of
No,
gold?
they
Made
dropped
of
the ball
gold?
on that.
No.
No.
What a
There's
missed
not. Well, I
opportunity.
mean, there is Well, there's a golden airship.
But
King-
there are
King
there
Solomon
are 3
could have been the
special
boss.
worlds,
There are 3 special worlds: the Mushroom World, Flower World, and Star World.
Oh, cool.
which means that the total number of levels in this game, I believe, is higher than any other Mario game.
Total number of worlds.
I'm sure.
I believe so.
Yes.
It's a little weird though because there are only 6 regular worlds and then there's 3 special worlds.
But
which
there's lots of special.
there's more worlds,
world,
but they
yeah.
differ up the normal 8,
Gotcha.
which is strange.
You want to tell us how to get to one of those special worlds?
I showed you
This is a
earlier. It's through the
spoiler,
warp.
probably.
Did you
Yeah,
go
I
out
showed
one of the secret
earlier.
exits?
Well, we don't want to
There's a-
spoil everything if that's a spoiler.
Well,
so
I love
we
how we're
did.
talking about spoilers of Super Mario Brothers.
We went
like,
we
I
went
know,
through the
with
warp
the-
cannon.
when I was
that's
on the
how you get there.
playground in 1989, people were like, "Dude, at the end of World 2, 3, you can hop on this turtle at these stairs and get infinite lives." And get this, the life counter turns into a crown. And I would have been like, "Shut up! You just spoiled the game for me." And then never played Mario.
Yeah.
I used to be like that as well. Yeah.
You were. I'm making a joke, but you weren't like that. Come on.
I
Nobody
was-
cared then. Nobody cared about spoilers. There's no such thing as a spoiler. Come on.
Not in Mario.
Yeah, you tell people how to get places. You're like,
I don't know.
"Oh, dude,
I don't
did you know
even-
you could do this?"
For something I'm really excited about, like a movie, for example, I wouldn't watch the Lord of the Rings trailers. I saw the first one and I was like, "That's it. I'm seeing it. I don't
Yep.
want to watch anymore." And as the whole trilogy progressed for years, I just would not.
Well, the movie's
I'd
still a
plug my
little
ears in
different.
the theater.
You haven't seen the Hobbit trailer?
Oh yeah, I've seen the Hobbit trailer. Well, that's
Okay.
new. So anyway, I'm
Yeah,
just saying,
that's fuzzy.
some people are picky like that. I get it. But I've lightened up.
Is that your first death, Audrey?
I don't know.
How many
No.
coins do you have total?
Maybe.
76,000?
How many coins? Yeah, 76,088.
Or 760,000?
76,000.
Okay, so
I
I gotta
started
make this
playing
final
Wario
point
Land,
is that
actually.
you're supposed to collect 1,000,000 coins, right, in this
Yes,
game. And
that's
Audrey's
correct.
played a lot of this game. And I have 2. I have like 50,000. What do you have?
About
Something like-
48,000.
Yeah.
45,000.
That is not
Yeah.
that
That's not
Not even
Close.
close.
That's
Yeah,
not good
originally the
enough.
bar was 100,000, and they pushed it
Yeah.
up to 1,000,000. And 1,000,000 is like freaking unattainable unless you farm, and like so we're gonna
Yeah.
have to figure out some cool levels to just gather coins on. And I read a little bit. There's like a whole wiki section in the New Super Mario Brothers Wii 2 wiki, or just New Super Mario Brothers 2 wiki, talking about that. But I didn't. I kind of wanted to explore my own a bit. So
Yeah, so Audrey's got like 7.5% of the coins. That's
Yep.
it.
Yep.
That is all
Yeah.
she's got.
just
And you
did a
finished the
calculation.
game, right, Audrey?
Oh, yeah, a long time ago.
So you'll have to replay this game a lot to get a
a
million coins.
lot. Yeah.
That's right.
Sam, yeah.
I gotta say, if you want to hear more about Nintendo stuff this week, our loving family, including one up here, recorded a really cool podcast this week on The Wizard, which is an old Nintendo themed movie, and I highly recommend you check that out. It's you can find it out on Retronauts blog, and it's the Wizard episode. It's really good. Brian, do you have anything to plug?
No.
Any cool features coming out this week?
Yeah, there's
Sorry to
always
put you
cool
on the
features
spot
coming
like
out
that.
this week.
Oh, hey, Brian's hosting the Fix today, and I
Oh,
hosted
yeah.
yesterday.
And Audrey
Audrey
hosted
hosted-
yesterday.
Audrey was
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, if you wanna see-
NBC's taking it over.
I know there's been a lot of requests to see what we look like while we're recording, and we're actually kind of like trying to work on a solution to do that. But if you want to see what these two jokers look like, check out IGN's Daily Fix this week. Audrey hosts one and Brian hosts one, and that's very unusual.
Yeah.
But very awesome. Our normal
Yeah,
host
it's my
Naomi
first
is out of
one.
town, and so they.
And it's my last
And they did
one.
an awesome job. Not true at all.
No, we heard really good things about both hosting events, and
Cool.
I'll never get to host until I shave.
No,
not
if you
true.
shave, it'll be over. You never get to host.
Not true. And also, too, I mean, guys, this is an experiment. Tell us in the comments. Write us at what NVC.
At
That's right,
IGN.com.
NBC at IGN.com.
So hit us up. I mean, let us know what you think in general. I mean,
So
we're
many coins.
interested about both. The people watching on video as well as people listening. We're trying to do both. It's definitely hard to do both. So forgive us as we're figuring it out. Like Sam
That's
said,
right.
we'd love to show our faces too. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, and we think your comments are funny. If you want to tell us how bad we
Thanks,
are at
Audrey.
games, I think it's pretty funny.
Go for it.
It's true most of the time. Actually, we
Or you
realized
can
it.
talk
Yeah,
about
kind
how.
of.
I mean, I think the main comments that we've been receiving is that Audrey's voice is adorably nerdy and cute. We get that one a lot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
What?
get, Sam is
Work on
terrible at
that?
video
I don't
games. And if
Everybody
you want
hates
to, one other contact thing besides our email address, you
nice.
can tweet us at our individual accounts, and I just wanted to shout these out. I'm Samuel_IGN.
I'm just Fran Mirabella. All one word. Fran Mirabella.
Agent Bizzle. It's AGENTBIZZLE.
He registered that for his AIM name in 1998.
I did.
That's awesome.
Audrey, what are you?
I'm Game on Aminka, AMINKA.
Easy.
Yeah.
She tweets only about food, so just be wary.
Yes.
And
No,
yeah,
it's not
hit us
true.
up on
She's
Twitter
not a real food
and
tweeter.
let us know what games you guys want to see in here. We're kind of torn because there's not a ton of like big stuff coming out, so we're going back and forth. Like, should we go play retro stuff? Go back to Metroid Prime? Should we play newer stuff that just maybe smaller games that you haven't seen? Should we keep playing like New Super Mario Brothers? Like, you let us know.
Or multiple games. I'd be happy to go through some of the eShop options or something like that sometime, which would be really cool, like our picks. We're always happy to talk about that. We all play retro games a lot. I know Brian and Audrey both like pretty much get like more games than anybody I've ever known on Nintendo systems. So
Pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
they're the resident experts. That about wraps it up. You got anything else, Fran?
Nope, that's it. I think we should wrap it up.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
Appreciate it. See you
Thanks
next
everyone.
time.
We're gonna let Audrey play us out. Bye everyone.
Cheers.